This is 5 a.m. Motivation with Brian Clark. Let me ask you guys something. Has God been calling you? Are you letting the phone ring over and over, screening the call because you know what will be the message if you answer? See, God has a plan and purpose for all of us, and He will give us signs for direction to fulfill our purpose in His plan for us. Just like the signs and the road markers on the streets we travel every day. What happens if we don't follow our GPS when we're trying to locate our destination? Come on now. You know the answer. I know the answer. Listen and take His direction so you will end up at your destination of finding purpose and fulfillment in life. God has been calling on me to get up for years. Get up as in out of bed. See, saints, I've always valued sleep. I love it. I can't lie. I love it. I will sleep till the very last minute, no matter what. I felt I needed as much sleep to have energy to do all the things I wanted to do. That was myself making excuses, keeping me away from my true destination. It took me until I was 37 to finally get up. God had been waking me up at 5 a.m. for years, and I'd feel great. I'd get up, let the dog out, but then I would say to myself, stay up, Brian. Do something productive. But then the other side of me would say, go back to sleep. You know you need that. You know you love it. Your bed's still warm. The fan is on. So what do you think I would do? Yep, you called it. I go right back to sleep every time. And by the time I woke back up, I felt more tired, and I was never ready, and I never got what I wanted accomplished that day. And every time it never failed, I would say to myself, man, I should have just stayed awake. Now I'm starting my day off feeling guilty, walking out of the house tired, low energy, and full of excuses. That was no way to live, and I knew I had to answer the call. May seem small, but sometimes the littlest things can provide the most detail. This was something that I had battled with for years, trying to be a morning person. I used to make excuses for myself and say, well, it's a Clark thing. You know, we love to sleep. Or I say, I just have that lazy bone. I could tell myself any excuse in the book, but I knew, we always know, God bless us with reason. We always know. It's just whether or not we answer the call. I know the phone's ringing. I can hear it. I've let that phone ring in my head for years. Years. I'm sick of hearing it every day. So you know what I finally did? I picked it up. I said hello. Reluctantly, but I said hello. I was nervous, unsure of what to say or how to act. That's how we feel when we go to push ourselves outside of our norm or what we thought our norm was. That doubt and those excuses started to linger. I'm not going to lie. I about hung up the phone. Like, wrong number. Sorry. But saints, I didn't hang up the phone this time because I knew who was on the other end. I knew God had been calling me to do something spectacular. I had channeled my faith. I had to channel my faith on this. I knew that He would not put me in any situation that I could not handle. I knew that He wouldn't make me wake up at 5 a.m. every day for me to just be tired all day and not get anything accomplished. Saints, with this, I knew I had finally gone in the right direction to take the necessary steps to fulfill my purpose in life. I answered the call. God asked me to ask you this. When will you pick up the phone and listen to what He has to say? When will you start trusting Him to make decisions for you rather than listening to yourself, which has had you in the same location for years, blaming it on the GPS? The GPS is you. When will you say to yourself, you will make a change to better your life, to overcome your insecurities, your doubts about yourself? When will you decide that what you've been doing isn't good enough and finally go after what it is you've been wanting to go after your whole life? I speak to you as I speak to myself. Get off your high horse if you think I'm on mine. This is knowledge for the knowledgeable. When will you start valuing the time you have on this earth to make yourself better and those around you better? Your kids, your spouse, friends, family. Saints, when will you finally answer the call? Mine was procrastinating, sleep, laziness. And I'm a pretty productive person. But I knew I was falling short of my abilities. I knew I could be better. Now, I get up at 5 a.m. every day to write, to do my music, to send emails, searching for new opportunities, researching what it is I need to research at that time. And most importantly, I read and I study the Bible. I carved out the time I've needed all my adult life to get more accomplished and to push myself and take it to the next level. What's your next level? What floor of opportunity have you been avoiding this whole time? For you, maybe it's the same. For you, maybe it's working. Maybe it's going back to school or changing jobs. Maybe it's being more productive at your current job. Maybe it's going to church. Maybe it's going to church more. It could be volunteering. Maybe it's as simple as spending more time with your family. Shoot, it could be all those things put together. Whatever it is, my encouragement to you is to let God help you. Let God lead you step by step. Let Him guide you minute by minute, hour by hour, day by day. That destination you've been trying to find all this time, you will start to see that location you've longed for more clear. All you have to do is answer the call and keep Him there on the other end and never, I mean never, hang up again. Life is too short. It will continue to move forward and advance without you, without me, without us. Don't look back in 10 years, 20 years, however many years, shoot, 1 year. Don't look back and say, what if? I can tell you it's one of the worst feelings a human can have. What if? Feeling like you let yourself down. That time you can't get back. So have faith, pray about the conversation you've been avoiding with Him. Pray to Him to help you overcome your obstacles of yourself. Then I want you to do this. I want you to call Him. Yes, I want you to call Him. Shoot, you got about 100 missed calls from Him. You know it. You owe Him at least one. Call Him. I want you to call Him and tell Him you got this. And thank Him. Don't forget to do that. Thank Him for the signals He has been sending you that you've been avoiding. And don't be scared, because He will say, okay. He will say, I'll forgive you. Then once the conversation is over, this conversation, because the true conversation never stops with Him. But when you're done repenting, go do you.